Welcome back to Teacher Tom's online YouTube channel. Today we'll talk about the verbs again, what we call modal verbs. In Norwegian we say modalverb, so it's pretty much the same word as in English. And what do we mean by that? As you can see, I've written modalverb and hjelpeverb, helping verbs. Some people in Norway like to call it that as well. These are verbs that we use together with other verbs. And in Norwegian, they are bør, kan, må, skal, og vil. And if you look at them, some of them look a little bit like English, like skal, kan, vil. But the meaning is not exactly the same. Let's have a look at that. So the first one is should, in Norwegian, bør. And as an example, han bør spise frukt. He should eat fruit. So that's how we use bør. And the next one, kan, it's almost the same as in English, can. Han kan spille piano. He can play the piano. So this verb, kan, is almost the same. Må, we have to translate this with have to, or perhaps must, but must is not a verb that has the same function in the English language as må has in the Norwegian language. So if we want to translate må or use må in the Norwegian, we have to do it like this. Han må øve. It means practice. Må øve på piano. He must practice on the piano. So there you can say he must practice or he have to practice. So that's the meaning behind the Norwegian må. Skal, the next one. It's probably something that you have an intention of doing. It's a concrete plan. There's no doubt about it. For example, jeg skal til Sverige. I will go to Sweden, for example. Han skal reise til Sverige. He will travel to Sweden, or he shall travel to Sweden. I think will is perhaps the most common word in English, at least in the modern English language, to say that he will go to Sweden. And there's no doubt about it. It's gonna happen when you use skal. The next one is vil, and vil in Norwegian it describes something that you want or a wish. So for example, han vil reise til Sverige. In Norwegian this means that he wants to do it. That's his wish. Maybe he even has an intention to do it, but he has no concrete plan. There's nothing in his schedule. So it's just something that he's thinking about, that he wants to do sometime. And so that's the difference between the Norwegian modal verbs. Han bør spise frukt. He should eat fruit. He should eat fruit. Han kan spille piano. He can play the piano, meaning he knows how to. He's capable of doing it. Han må øve på piano. He must practice, or he have to practice on the piano. Han skal reise til Sverige. He will go to Sweden or travel to Sweden. He shall go to Sweden. Perhaps you can even say he will be going to Sweden in English, but we don't have the ing form in Norwegian. So that's a topic for another video. But he will go to Sweden should be a precise translation in itself. Han vil reise til Sverige. He wants to go to Sweden. Perhaps he will, perhaps he won't, but that's his wish. So that's how we use vil in Norwegian. Yeah, that was it. We can also have the modal verbs in different tenses, but that's more for the advanced level. This is beginner level Norwegian. So if you want to learn more about that, you should check out a different video about the more advanced usage of modal verbs at a later time. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.